Okay, there was this one guy I knew that was from my party years, and like even like back then, he was always into doing his own latex masks and stuff because he was a huge Gwar fan. And there was one Halloween where they had a parade, and he put on him and all his friends dressed up exact like Gwar, and were opening up like baby dolls that were like dead babies and throwing like fake blood everywhere while they were going down in the parade on this fucking float they made in homage to Gwar. And two things here. One of the leftover dead babies we took to a Gwar show
Yes.
while I was all dressed up like some sort of relative of Techno Destructo. He was my favorite Gwar member.
He's well. Slime Man's just my favorite Gorn member for obvious reasons, but yes, Techno is my second favorite.
Hmm. Well, anyways, we get there, and like as the fucking moshing is about to start and everything, I freaked out because my fucking costume was just a bunch of like fucking string with some fucking tubes on it. So I started taking it off my hand. Keep in mind, I'm fucking tripping my ass off while this is going on. And like I throw it in the crowd, and like it gets stomped in the ground and shit, and coated with Gwar guts and shit. And whenever the fucking set started up, and this was for the We Kill Everything tour,
Mhm.
uh, they had the archaeologist get the blowjob from the assistant, jizzed everywhere. They broke down the fucking, Gwar like fucking artifact, and blood went everywhere and shit. And at this point in time, one of the bands on the stage, I threw the dead baby on stage, and they molested that thing real good before throwing it in the crowd. And like two separate sets of people were walking out while we're trying to get fucking autographs from Hunter Jackson, who was sitting outside trying to hustle some comics. And the one guy who had the dead baby was like, "Oh, cool! I got this dead baby from Gwar." It's just like, "Oh, cool! We brought that in here." Blah. Oh, fuck it! I mean, it's not Gwar. Well, it was molested by Gwar, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. This other guy was walking out with the fucking mess of shit I had on my hand after it was drenched in Gwar guts and shit. And he's like, "Wow, I got like actual piece of the machinery." It's like, "Oh my!" And my buddy was like, "Oh my god, that's Jim's fucking costume you got there. What? This isn't Gwar? Nope, not in the slightest."
And I know you were thrilled that Slymanster raped it or whatever.
Oh, I was thrilled Sly Minister raped that dead baby. She even fucking kept it on her belt for a while, and they passed it around. They sodomized it and everything. It was great.
Yeah.
Like somewhere about 3-4 songs in, it got thrown back in the crowd. But those 3-4 songs, they were fucking doing vile shit to that baby.
And of course, you got to see Skirt of Moon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Soothsayer, Storm Chaser, Windbreaker,
Mm-hmm.
and then Timmy the Talking Toilet.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, 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 jackass.
The portal potty.
Porcelain or whatever they kept changing his name. That's the thing I hated. Is they first it was Timmy the Talking Toilet, then it was Porcelain.
Mm-hmm.
But
But that was Gwar for you back in the day.
oh,
I mean,
they
hell, they even changed their own canon. Like the universe was originally created whenever the master farted. Then later on, they changed it to the universe was created when the master took a giant shit.
well, and they kept changing characters and things. And but yeah, go on. I wish they'd go back to those mythos, but I kind of get why they did it. I think they kind of felt kind of shackled to it, and why don't we have an album where we actually defeat the master finally, and then we can go on and do other things. And
Well, the whole thing with the master was that they had to do that. They wanted to do that before, the end of the world, which was supposed to be happening because, the stars were in alignment and all. I forget exactly what it was, but the world was supposed to. Oh, yeah, it was fucking Y2K. They wanted to get it out before Y2K because the world was ending because the computers were going to fucking launch the nukes everywhere. And then nothing happened.
well, and also from what I've heard by Dave Brocky, he felt like he wanted to kind of, they've been doing that for 7 albums or whatever, and they felt, from what I've heard, the real story is that he kind of felt like he wanted to kind of have this epic battle and then go on to do other other Gwar, other things with, random things, because he's kind of like, yeah, the mythos, but there's only so much you can take it, and they didn't abandon the characters or anything. Lost in Space was them escaping Earth finally, but I I don't know if Gwar should make a new album, to be honest.
My very first Gwar show was whenever they were touring with ICP.
Little weasel.
Oh God, yes. And I'm there, I'm fucking tripping my ass off on multiple hits of acid. And I fucking wedged my way up to the crowd, and there's like this preppy couple there waiting for ICP, and they see me dressed up for Gwar, like, what's Gwar, what's this, what's that? And I was like, oh yeah, whenever Gwar plays is like a little riot. So the guys of that preppy little group sent the girls off to the corner so they wouldn't get crushed by Gwar. And there was this fucking kid in front of me saying, oh my God, I'm going to be front row center for Gwar. And his dad was like, saying, anyone comes in front of my kid. Oh no, he was saying he was going to be front row center for ICP. And, he's all psyched for it, dressed up like a clown and all this. And his dad was saying, anyone that cuts in front of my kid's going to fucking get clotheslined and fucking killed and blah, 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 blah. It's like, fine, whatever. I don't care. I'm close enough to the action. Gwar takes the stage. Then there's a nice little paper backdrop with a door on it that says White House Office. Monica Lewinsky, with her tits exposed, walks up to the door. And, all the ICP fans are screaming, tits, 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 tits. And then, she knocks on the door, and Bill Clinton comes out. His cock's exposed. And they're like, cock, 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 cock. Tits, cock, tits, cock. All of them. And, the Gwar fans are just howling. They're speckled throughout the crowd, here, there, everywhere. Just howling because they know what the fuck's coming. And fucking Gwar breaks down the wall, rips off Monica Lewinsky. Well, first off, Bill Clinton jizzes on the audience, and that's whenever fucking all the people going tits and cock just went silent because something has happened that did not register in their brains that was even a potential possibility of happening. They were being jizzed on by Bill Clinton. Then Gwar breaks down the wall, rips off Monica Lewinsky's tits, rips off Bill Clinton's prick. Fucking blood's going everywhere. I see clowns running for their lives all around me. The fucking guys that I was with were starting to get into fucking Gwar. They're like, oh God, this is fucking awesome. Fucking the kid in front of me was saying, Daddy, I don't want to be here anymore. And his father's like, shut up, you little weasel. You wanted to be here, you're staying here. Fucking traumatized off his ass. Great.
Did you see the kid after the show?
Not immediately after that show, but I saw him at the very next Gwar show because apparently it traumatized him in just the right way.
He came back?
Yes, he came back for the very next Gwar show.
Oh my God. That's awesome. Well, I know people. I remember. I remember one of my friends was in a, one of those bestial black metal bands, and he opened up for a glam band. And I was going, why the fuck are you opening up for a glam band? And he goes, I'm going to terrorize them, obviously. And so there's these fucking, it's not like a known glam, it's one of those, fucking wannabes, but 8 glam bands take the stage and, all hair sprayed up and, rock and roll all night and party every day type people.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys come out with they are pretty much looking horrible and bloodied and, this is a song about Satan. And the glam faggots are all running away. And then next show, he sees 3 of the guys from the glam show, hairspray gone, Cannibal Corpse t-shirts. Yeah, we thought Poison was really extreme until we heard your band, man.
That's great.
Yeah.
The time I got to fucking hang out with Cannibal Corpses during their Vile tour. And just by weird coincidence, while Anthrax was playing, because Cannibal Corpse opened, and we're all about that shit. We ended up hanging out in the same area that fucking George Corpse Grinder was. And when we just started talking, it was like, oh, cool, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, we fucking love your work, blah, 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 and all this. And like, we end up getting invited back to the trailer. And they fucking start feeding us beer. We're all underage at the time. I'm inexperienced as fuck as a drinker at this point. So I get so fucking tanked, I end up puking on myself. And George is like, dude, are you okay? And I just fucking, without missing a beat, said, there's nothing wrong with vomiting the soul. And they all fucking raised their glass, said cheers. And then I was told to go hose myself off, then come back in and grab another beer.
Yes, I'd like to hang out. Oh shit! I missed Deicide tonight. Oh, well. I was supposed to go to that show.
Oh, that sucks.
That's all your fault, Jim.
Yes, it's my fault for being an asshole.
Not really, because I didn't have any fucking one to take me. So, but it still sucks. I love Deicide, you know that. They're probably my favorite death metal band, even more so than Cannibal Corpse or Morbid Angel. Which, how is it possible? Just is. But yeah, I'd love to hang out with Cannibal Corpse. I've drunk with the best of them. But yeah, see, I'm one of those nerds who would like. So George, I like your Corpse Grinder demos, and he'd be like, wait, you've heard them? I remember when I met. I don't. God, who the fuck was it that I met? It was one of those. It was one of those death metal guys that's been in like 1,000 bands or whatever. Oh, it was the guy from Napalm Death, Shane from Napalm Death. And rather than asking about Napalm Death, I asked him about, so, you know, I love your Warhammer demo tape from '86. He was like, you've heard it? I was like, hell yeah, Halloween, man, Blood on Satan's Claw. You know, Warhammer's the first ever death metal band in the UK. And he's like, wait, you've actually fucking heard it?
I will say this. It is amazing this has survived. But as proof that I met every member of Cannibal Corpse, I still have the ticket signed by all of them.
That must have been
I don't know how it survived me going homeless as many times as I have, fucking all the different relationships, getting shit torn out, stolen, all this shit. You know, I don't know how it survived, but it is still with me.
That would be the lineup of Paul, Alex, Rob, Jack, and George. I believe that's 96 lineup. Yep. I used to know the Cannibal Corpse lineup. That was right after Barnes quit and formed 6 Feet Under. Ugh. And which broke my heart when I heard him do AC/DC's "You Shook Me All Night Long," because everyone knows how I feel about those first 4 Cannibal Corpse albums. Not that I don't like Corpse Grinder, but everyone knows how much I love Tomb of the Mutilated, and hearing Chris Barnes play this like 6 Feet Under is kind of like Pantera meets death metal.
Yep.
I mean, it's decent, but it's just I don't know. Although actually, their latest albums isn't bad. I recommend checking out their latest.
Okay,
well, it's a little more death metal-y, but I met a lot of racers though. I met a lot of racing drivers, but not many musicians. But I've always liked talking to I'm weird. I'll actually message musicians on social media and be like, rather than first I'll be like, yeah, hey, I love your stuff, and then I'll be like, so, and I'm not really sycophantic. I'm more just like, we could be friends, because these people are, people who make really great music, but at the end of the day, they're a lot like us. I mean, the only difference between George Fisher and you is he could sing death metal, and he's even bigger of a nerd than you are.
Yes.
Have you seen his fucking Star Wars collection?
No, I have not, but I guarantee it's going to be fucking sweet.
It is gay.